What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Now, I will be live tonight at the slightly later time of 9 p.m. if you'd like to come and join us for the late night agenda, where we'll go through all these stories and more in proper detail. For now, I'm going to give you a glimpse at what is making the headlines around Liverpool Football Club at the moment. We're going to be talking about Darwin Nunez and a potential move to AC Milan. Is the door still open for Martin Zubimendi? And of course, a little bit on Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract situation. So, you know what I'm going to ask you guys next. Once you've watched the video, please do drop a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. So let's start off with a piece in the Times that said, Real Madrid are considering a second January bid for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool do not want to let the right back leave this month, but the Spanish side are weighing up whether to test the Anfield club's resolve. Now, we've seen multiple different variations of this. Some say that there's been a €15 million offer, some saying they will go up to 20 million or more. But what we do know right now is it is a battle for hearts and minds, like I've been saying. I'm rather proud of the English journos, though, over the last 24 hours, because they've started to push back against some of the, well, very propaganda-based stuff coming out of Spain that makes this a very one-sided debate. So it's great to see the English journos pushing back on it. A little bit more on that later on. We're going to move on next to the Mirror, and they say that Jonathan David of Lille is a potential free target for Liverpool as a replacement for Darwin Nunez. He's out of contract as things stand at Lille in the summer, and much like Trent, Virgil and Mohamed Salah, right now Jonathan David could sign a pre-contract agreement to leave Lille and go to a club outside of France in this January window, or any point between January and the summer. So keep an eye on that situation, because on the I guess on the face of it, you might think, free, it's cheap. I thought that initially, and then I start researching Jonathan David a little bit more, and to be honest, I can see the appeal. Now, I don't know whether he's going to be the guy. I still think Marmoush is the most likely and the best fit. But if Liverpool can bring in some money for Darwin Nunez, replace him with somebody who they're happy with, and of course that is the main part of this, Arne Slot would have to want Jonathan David, then I wouldn't be against it. I'm very simple with all of this. I just want what the manager wants, and I want him to get the players that he wants to bring in. So let me know your thoughts on Jonathan David. Would you take him? I know a lot of you guys watching in Canada would be very happy to have a Canadian or a Canadian national team player representing the Reds. So we've had one before, though, so answers on a postcard in the comments. Let me know who that one player was. I'm sure you know it, though. We're going to move on now to speak about Darwin Nunez. And as I've mentioned, AC Milan are a club who have been linked. And this one's taken a little bit of a fresh twist. So there was a report on, I think, Instagram about this move, saying that AC Milan are willing to test Liverpool's resolve with a €5 million loan fee for Darwin between now and the end of the season, with an obligation to buy for another €45 million, meaning it would be about £43 million all in. What makes this interesting is we believe Darwin Nunez liked the post, or at least somebody managing his account liked the post. So let's see if anything comes of this. The Mail were reporting it initially. We had seen it coming from the Italian side as well. Look, I don't know if this pans out this way, and I don't know what Liverpool are thinking about it, but it is certainly an interesting option. We've often said that if Darwin did leave, that La Liga or Serie A would probably be a good fit for his attributes, and a pathway through to AC Milan, who have just sacked a new manager and are bringing in the new one. Maybe that's going to be the destination for him. So let me know your thoughts. Would you take £43 million for Darwin if it meant that Liverpool freed up a spot, moved him on and brought somebody in? Do you think maybe it would be stupid of us to do it in January? Which I do, if I'm being honest with you. If they want to set up a move for the summer, fair enough. But I don't think moving him on now would be the best thing for us unless we had a ready-made replacement lined up to come in this month. Next up, though, we're going to move on to Martin Zubimendi. So there's been many bits and pieces linked and written about Zubimendi. David Lynch is back from his breakaway, and he's been writing a little bit, and he thinks that the door is still open and the bridges definitely haven't been burned between Martin Zubimendi and Liverpool. So let's wait and see if there is a phone call, if Richard Hughes does pick up the phone and say, well, do you want to still come? Now, Guillaume Balaguer and others have also been speaking about Zubimendi. And this piece here from Sky Sports News said, despite his obvious talents and reports, he is now more open to a move. Liverpool are unlikely to return for Zubimendi, considering he turned them down in the summer. That's what Sky report. I don't believe that to be the case. David Lynch doesn't believe that to be the case. And many other journalists I know don't believe that to be the case. I think Liverpool are still open to the possibility. But what they won't have happen again is Martin Zubimendi changing his mind and Liverpool looking foolish. So if this one is to have legs, Zubimendi's going to have to make it very, very clear that he wants to move, and it would have to be done very quickly. So keep an eye on it. I believe Guillaume Balaguer's been speaking on the situation as well. So there does seem to be something to the Zubimendi links. Let's wait and see what happens. For me, if he does want to come and he puts his hands up and said he made a mistake, brilliant. Bring him on in. Get Martin Zubimendi in the door and give Arne Slot the midfielder he wants to complement Ryan Gravenberch. So, potential good news there. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Before I move on to the last few bits of news today, I just want to again put out to you guys, it's easy for us as Liverpool fans right now to be distracted by the contract situations with Trent, with Virgil and Mo. But we do have to be mindful that these owners still need to do their job and step up and back the manager. So FSG needn't think they're getting away with another cheap month of dragging these contracts through and nobody calling them out on it, because I'm very close to breaking back out the where's the money John stuff and going again, because we need reinforcements as well. So let me know your thoughts on that one. Now, David Lynch, as I mentioned, has said Liverpool sources are refusing to rule out going back in for Martin Zubimendi, and no sense is given that bridges between the player and the club have been completely burned. Now, to be fair, that is consistent with what David Lynch has been saying to me all the way through. We never had a confirmed indication that the player wants to make the move happen again, but now that this is starting to come out and out of Spain, I think David Lynch will be on the money here. I do think if he wants to move, Liverpool will be open to it, and it could well happen. Now, one move that probably has fallen through with regards to Liverpool interest is Samuel Ricci, who has signed a new deal with Torino, which will keep him at the club till 2028. Fabrizio Romano and others have confirmed that today. Torino midfielder Samuel Ricci signed a new long-term deal, keeping him at the club until 2028, agreement sealed. So that's one name I think we can put to bed. And finally, a little bit from Mario Cortejena, who was obviously looking at this from the Spanish side. He said Real Madrid were confident enough to call Liverpool because they know that Trent Alexander-Arnold wants them. And everybody seems to think that Trent has given some indication. Even Merson, talking on Sky Sports, was saying, don't be naive about this. Trent will have absolutely given Real Madrid some encouragement. So let's wait and see how it pans out. All I would say is Trent just needs to make up his mind and be open and transparent about it as quickly as possible. I don't think he owes us or anybody anything, but as a fan base, I do think a little bit of understanding of the situation wouldn't go amiss at this point. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me from the news roundup, but we will be live at 9 o'clock tonight. Not 8:45, 9 o'clock. Hope you can join us for it. We've got a lot coming up over the next few days. I'm going to be recording with our friends from All Red tomorrow. That's going to come out on Saturday, along with the Manchester United preview, which will also be out on Saturday, which will be my day off of any live content. So thank you all for watching. Looking forward to your comments, and hopefully see you tonight at 9 o'clock, where we'll go through all the stories in more detail. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.